On the day that both of them had to go back to work, meaning Ryan had to go back to film, Wayfarer gets that shocking email of demands. Anyways, jumping back into, he then moves immediately to ask to change their production dates. I would have your line producer's face tattooed to my perineum. Perineum is one of the most nervy parts of the human body to expose to trauma. What? Deadpool after party. Ryan went and found a William Morris Endeavor and told that executive that they were working with a sexual predator, referring to Justin Baldoni. So we find out that when she starts getting bad press, and this is a perfect time for Ryan to manipulate her, in my opinion, I'm going to draft a statement that Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer have to read to save Blake's reputation. Ryan demanded that Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer lie to the public. So they gave them the opportunity, basically put a gun to their head and said, this is a statement that we want you to read. So this is like why I love this lawsuit, because this is an insight that everything you read is BS. Sony informed them that there would be a cast-wide boycott if James Heath or Justin Baldoni attended the premiere. I have just been amazed how the cast just like knew that Justin was a good person, but went along with this anyways. Like all of these people who, if you even aspire to be like a Hollywood actor and actress, you're dealing with someone who probably has some narcissistic tendencies. I'm not saying everyone, but the majority. This is why we have these stereotypes about
It Ends With Love wasn't just another movie for Julian Bardon. It was his dream, a film he'd nurtured from the very beginning. A deeply personal project that was supposed to showcase his heart, his art, and his vision. But everything changed the moment Brielle Lorne joined the cast. Her arrival didn't just bring star power, it reshaped the entire production. What started as a tender, emotional story soon turned into a battlefield of egos, backroom deals, and power plays. Crew members who once stood firmly behind Julian began shifting loyalties. Producers, once aligned with his creative vision, suddenly sided with Brielle. Even co-stars who'd praised his direction grew distant. It was as if someone had flipped a switch, and the whole film was being rewritten overnight. Was Brielle simply asserting her influence as an A-lister, or was something deeper at play? Whispers spread that she'd realized the film might expose her limitations, and so she took control before anyone else could. Some say she brought in powerful friends to help steer the story her way. Enter Tara Wynn, global music icon and one of Brielle's closest allies. Her sudden appearance at a crucial production meeting raised eyebrows. Was it just a friendly drop-in, or a calculated move to tilt the balance? Insiders whispered that Tara's presence sent an unspoken message. I'm with her, tread carefully. From that moment on, the power dynamic shifted completely. Soon after, a major article surfaced that cast Julian as the villain. Rumors swirled that high-level PR strings were being pulled behind the scenes. Whether true or not, the damage was done. Julian's reputation was on the line. But behind the headlines was a man unraveling. The stress, the betrayal, the public scrutiny, it all began to take a toll. Julian opened up in a rare interview, admitting that this had been the hardest year of his life. The sleepless nights, the anxiety, the fear of losing everything he'd built. It Ends With Love was supposed to be his masterpiece. Instead, it became his undoing. And just when it seemed things couldn't get worse, Brielle's husband, actor and comedian Ryder Vale, stepped into the picture. What looked like light-hearted jokes on social media may have been part of a quiet campaign to undercut Julian's credibility. Was it jealousy? Or strategy? No one knows for sure. But one thing's clear, this isn't just Hollywood gossip. It's a story about ambition, betrayal, and the cost of chasing your dream in an industry that eats its own. Julian's still standing, bruised but unbroken. And if his determination is anything to go by, this story is far from over. Because in Hollywood, the truth doesn't stay buried for long.